A little bit of background, kind of show you what I do whenever I research for a novel. Yeah, I'll read to you here. Sounds good. I took this character, Michel Boudreau, and I took his lineage back to the 16th century in France, where the Cajuns originated. And, where they came over and where they settled in Newfoundland, which was, I believe, Acadian back then. But during that time, the French and the English were at war, and as you know, the English basically came over and took over everything and kicked the French out. And a number of them went to South Louisiana, where they found a place where they could settle in the south in the swamps. There was nobody living down in there, and the New Orleanians were like, "Sure, go live down there." So they built shacks on the water and lived with the alligators and the snakes and everything else. So I created this character, and a lot of them farm crawfish, call them mud bugs, farm crawfish for a living. And Boudreaux is an old crawfish farmer, and he's more or less kind of settled down. We've got a little farm down there in South Louisiana, and it gets destroyed by the Gulf oil spill. So, I came up with this idea, it really, that kind of stuff really happened to people down there. They lost different things. But this old Cajun guy, and he speaks this kind of half French, half English dialect. Because what happened through time, the people that moved to South Louisiana they spoke a dialect of French that was like old French, like listening to old English. And they preserved it in time, and it got mixed in with like our English. So it was like old French mixed in with English. So, hey, P class, come on in. I'm about to read to y'all in here in just a second. And having some technical difficulties, but I think we got that worked out for the most part. My audio's not perfect, but in the book, the story, there's a young woman, and it's told from the point of view of her. Her name is Margie Main, and she's been studying culinary arts in France. And she's 20 years old. She's about to receive an inheritance from her father, and on her 21st birthday. And hey, Michael, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, brother. Yeah, it was a mess back then, man. Who knows what's still down there, Hunter? But she comes back, and she's like wanting to, start this restaurant. And she's like, as you can imagine, she's been in France and studying food. She's kind of gained a few pounds. She wants to go on a diet, so she starts to once a week she wants to go binge out at the Waffle House. And I think in the book I call it the Griddle House. But she goes there and kind of pigs out, and just uh, every Sunday. And then it's like the same people. When you go into a Waffle House, like a lot of times you see the same people there on any given night. Well, I've spent a lot of times. I love pecan waffles, so I always kind of look around and what's going on in there. Anyway, I came up with this idea. What if this guy lost his crawfish farm, and this girl that's been in France studying under this great French chef wants to come back to America, open a restaurant. So she meets this old Cajun guy at the Griddle House, and they hit it off. She's 20 years old. He's 87. He's lived a prosperous life. He's not really devastated from the loss of his farm because he's more or less, I don't get into it, but he's more or less retired. So, but he comes up with this plan to get back at the oil company. And part of that plan involves holding up this Waffle House one night. And the book involves the seven deadly sins, and he picks out seven of the regular patrons that he sees there every Sunday night, and he starts, I don't really write it in here because it's not necessary, but he follows them around in their private lives, and he learns all these things about him that like they thought nobody ever would find out. So make a long story short, he holds them all hostage, and like throughout the night, he's gonna make them admit all this crazy stuff about their lives. And of course, Margie, she's the protagonist of the story or the hero. So something like has to happen with her, and he doesn't identify her with any of the deadly sins. But at the end, and you can get in most of my videos, you can get the links to if you want to get a copy of this book, or you can get the ebook. Let me see something here. I guess maybe I just got y'all's attention right now. I don't see anybody chatting, but you guys still out there, huh? Y'all want me to read? How about a yes? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I started. It's kind of weird how I started this book, and I wonder how many people got on this. I started this book like in the future. It's after everything's already happened and like what's happened to Margie in the story, and it was so crazy what happened to her. Hey Eric, how's it going, buddy? That somebody wanted to make a movie out of it. So the way I started the book in the prologue is kind of after the fact. And what I did was have them actually making this movie in the prologue in the beginning. And Margie's like, she's not really one of the actors. There's a lady named Miss Starr that playing her in the movie. And but they've invited her out to the set to watch and to maybe put her 2 cents in about what happened that night. But and it's the autumn of 2016, and here they are. The director tells me the script is rather womb-like. From a production standpoint, it teeters on a nightmare. We've got all these people confined to a small space, and frankly, I'm getting as cranky as some of the cast. He's rambling now, delirious. Not to mention, there are just too many match cuts and montages. In spite of the director's fussing, I know he looks to get my point of view. After all, the story is about me, Margie Main. It is the very reason for which I have been included on the set. In fact, any time a scene goes awry, the director angles his eely head in my direction. He has asked for my advice more times than I can count, and I don't think he gets it. I know he's doing his best to put it on screen, but I don't see the justice yet. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe the picture as a whole will come together, my subconscious tells me. The director starts snapping around like a mouse spotting cheese. Actors and actresses take their positions. I think it's the 8th or ninth take. I've lost count, and I can see that the director has had about enough of this scene. He says to the young girl playing me, "No, no, no, Miss Starr. It's a simple voiceover, dear." I look over at Miss Starr and wonder if she's about to take the director's wrath. She says, "Oh, that's right. The scene opens up with Margie thinking about all that bad stuff that happened to her." Great. Great. Hang on a second. Great. The director snaps. "Are we ready now?" Miss Starr says, "Yes." Oh, this is hilarious. The director says, "Don't forget Margie is a young American girl just returning from France. She's been running from her problems, never finding the love she seeks." This brings flashbacks to my mind. While I don't oblige everything the director says, I believe this woman will do a decent job of portraying me, to represent the distraught woman that I became that tragic night. Hollywood has certainly found it interesting enough to make a movie. "Action!" the director yells. Miss Starr begins her recitation. It's going well for a minute until, "Cut!" the director yells. "No, I told you, Miss Starr, you have to pretend you're holding a straight face. Otherwise, it's not going to come out right." He holds his arms akimbo, leaning forward in her face. "You're forgetting that Margie is having this epiphany as she tells the world why she became the way she did." The director smiles. Not a genuine smile. Remember, it's in the scene that Margie sees Gabe's face for the first time, and she knows that her world will never be the same. He is spot on there. The director claps his hands in front of my character and says, "You ready now?" "I think so," Miss Starr says. I look down at the script and hear the director shout, "Okay, people, action!" And you can actually see it right here, the way I wrote it. Let me see if I can angle that in for you guys. This is actually how you write script. And I've written a couple of screenplays myself, but the way I wove that in there, and so that in the scene, the angle is on. I hope you guys can hear me okay. This is funny. Popcorn. So like in the scene, the angle's on Margie, and Margie's sauntering toward Gabe, incomprehension on her face. She can hardly believe what she sees. Extreme close-up of Gabe's burned face. Margie voiceover. "I knew when I saw Gabe's face that it all made sense. I had confronted my demons. My problems, well, beat. I had run from them, you see, because of what had happened to me. Let me put it this way. Because of my problems, I was never able to trust. I was never able to I had idolized my father and not known why. My mother, she was simply an enigma. Deep down, I guess I always knew." My eyes divert back to the director, who says in astonishment, "Cut! That's still not it." Miss Starr appears demoralized. She doesn't seem to understand the facial expressions which accompany the lines. "She's not doing that bad a job," I say privately. "In a way, I'm glad the director has left some details out. Truly, I did love my parents. I loved them with all my heart. I know they did the best they could, but I wanted the world to see the truth, and part of that truth meant revealing what had happened to me. How disturbed my father had been, how fragile my mom had become. I try to put myself in her shoes, dealing with this troubled teenager, problematic child that she could neither save nor nurture. Not under the circumstances. I think about how that must have affected her, how it hardened her, how she watched a helpless young girl and her infinite craving to be loved. No, there was never any turning back for me. Despite the consequences, in a metaphorical sense, I moved constantly. My childhood, its romantic dreams, its illusions, its grandeur covered me like a blanket, keeping me warm at my coldest moments, my blackest moments. It was true. I don't think anyone knew how frigid my life had become. Who had an answer for everything. Yet when it came down to it, and not in a way that I would have ever thought, one man stood before me and my destiny. His name was Michel Boudreaux. The reality of the reality of my life until I met him had been a run from my problems. Where I thought was the finish line, where I found ubiquitous love, gratification, nothing hurtful or shameful. The script in my hand was proof enough. Also, I now understand why my father handled me the way he did. He must have been at his wit's end, a deep, dark place. Sometimes you're just dealt a sorry hand, and the only way to cope with it is to go with what you got. I expect that was my father. Now I can only wonder how the world will see this tragedy that took place. So that's the prologue. What do you guys think of that? I'm gonna go back in the chat. Hey Ginger, how are you? Nice to see you. Donnie, what up? What up, Big Don? Got Eric Garcia in the house, Hunter Wren. We got Rita's Juicy Life. P Class, how are you doing? Michael Jordan, my man. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm coming hardcore. That's what's up. Bring it, bro. Yeah, that book I was reading, that's, kind of takes place in the local diner, and, the hay's gonna hit the fan. What are you guys up to? Y'all just kind of moving around some of the different chats. Oh, that's some strong ass coffee. What's gonna happen in the next part of the book? It just kind of gets into chapter one. Starts talking about how he got to that part where she got, the movie made. But there's some really cool places in here, We're going to accent with like Boudreaux and everything. What's going on with all that? Yeah. Yeah, is it working now? Deja vu roll a movie, baby. Sean S. Beats. What up? Yeah. I don't think I'm going to read any more tonight, but I'll read a little bit each night. I got to get back to the Dutch coffee shop, man. I put a new chapter up there. Yeah, I don't know how well that works here with that lapel mic as far as the tongue clicking goes. I'll get some more stuff set up for all that, man. I mean, I got this Blue Yeti's a really great mic to kind of do some binaural activity with. Yeah, I'm planning to write a book live on here, and hey, Dan is the man. Timmy Gold TV, welcome to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. Sorry if I missed any of you guys. I'm a little bit half-cocked back over here, so... 424 Vets, hey man, how are you? It's been a while. Man, I miss a lot of you guys over there that at the 420 network, man, we had such a good thing going, but you know, things change. How are you, Timmy Gold TV? You're highly welcome to the House of Thrillers. Dan is the man 420. All right, Eric, man, thanks for coming by, brother. Stay safe, stay clean. I'll read to you. If you get bored, maybe I can kind of help you with that. Come on back and Sean says, "Hey Rita, how's it going?" Yeah, the House of Thrillers. How's everybody doing tonight? What? Let's see what that says. Yeah, I'm gonna go, like, I'm gonna put the prism back on there. Donnie, you work with prism. What's your biggest problem with that? Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes you get these weird anomalies where you get blocked for no good reason. Rita, Juicy Life, you're always welcome here. Yeah, did the reading sound pretty good? Yeah, man, it's kind of, definitely don't want to get out there too much if you feel like your cancer might be coming back. How's that sound? Pretty good? How's everybody doing out there? Yeah. Yeah, did it sound pretty good? Pretty clear and everything? Yeah, vets, man. Most of my videos have my business email, and I don't know if I can. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll just put it here in the chat. Jayscullybooks at gmail.com. Does that look like Jayscullybooks at gmail.com? Okay. There you go. Yeah, if y'all trying to get with me on anything business related, publishing stuff, you need to reach out and touch base with me there. And if you're wanting to write a book, I can show you what you need to do and everything. And I'll definitely have some more writing tutorials and all that. I'm planning to have a master writing class, but once I get rolling and everything, I'll launch that. But I'm not quite ready for that. I'm really kind of gearing up to do a lot of live streaming in the next 6 months, and having a lot of good ideas, a lot of fun things going on. Hopefully, maybe some of you guys can do some collaborations and. Oof, 30th time since March. Yeah, man, that's tough. Yeah, hit me up, vets, man. We'll get rolling if you need some help with anything, whatever I can do. Uh, oh, okay. Heck yeah, man. I'm a great editor too. I tell you what, man, that damn computer, it was just, I was just about ready to throw it like the laptop, throw it like a frisbee. Hey, Adam Trippy dude, how's it going, brother? I was just ready to throw it outside like a frisbee, man. I mean, not into the grass, like into the driveway where it would break up in a million pieces, but or just whatever. I mean, it was only putting out 480p. Did y'all see that the other night? It was so grainy, man. This is like I mean, that's 780p, 30 frames a second, and it looks pretty good, huh? Pretty crisp. But it's a pain in the ass to try to do all this on a phone. You know, I got my finger on the screen trying to scroll up and down this cheap ass tripod bouncing around. Isn't that like the hardest part, like the technical part? I mean, for people that are artists, you know, like creators, man, we want to create, but like when stuff starts acting up, I'm like, I've been doing okay, Adam. I'm glad to meet you in person there finally. I do a lot of reading, you know, on here and writing tutorials and things like that. And um, it's not really 420 friendly down here where I live, but you know, I don't know, I don't feel too comfortable going on like that. But I mean, I certainly love all you guys, man. I definitely appreciate you coming in. Uh, it's a Galaxy S7 I'm working with. It's a pretty good phone, man. If some of y'all just came in, I was reading a little bit of my novel a minute ago, Laissez, Bon Temps Rouler, and yeah, I need to remember to look at the freaking camera. Yeah, the video's pretty clear. I know it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm even on the selfie side of it. So, like, I don't know if y'all know, like, I mean, as far as I know, the selfie camera is not as good as the camera on the back side of your phone. But, you know, I don't know if I see any real benefit with Streamlabs Mobile. It's just, yeah, as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna probably, damn, we've been going an hour already. Yeah, I need to take me a little break too. That's wild. S7 on a great. I've got an S10 and mine's not this clear. Let me think about that, Hunter. It should be an S10 Plus. Oh no, I mean, your videos are pretty clear. Now I've got a little, like right up here at a 45 degree. I have a really bright ring light in my face, so it's like almost bad enough to have to wear sunglasses. Uh, I think, you know, just some proper lighting and backlighting and stuff. I watched some videos about that. Um, Anybody have some suggestions for Hunter there? I'm not the wizard at it, but I always like to try to help people improve what you know, their production process. Now, a couple of things I guess I can tell you is like I've got this up here at a 45, kind of down on my face, and the color light that I'm using is on the other side of my face, coming this way. So I guess you can kind of slightly see that shadow. Now, just to show you, oh hell, I can change that strip light any color I want back there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, you got the green screen thing. That's true. I don't know much about green screen. Yeah, fire that thing up, man. Trippy dude, genetics, baby. I can't wait for things to get settled back down, man, and get back out and look at some of y'all's grow videos. You know, one day things will change down here in Mississippi, but right now, you know, it's just too risky. Um, yeah, kind of cool to be able to just to change that color of that light back there, though. I've got a tip with that. Oh Lord. Well, we got plenty of time on our hands right now. Um, so I'm not in too big of a rush. Just kind of taking it easy. Yeah, what's up, man? Dang, you getting on up there. You're gonna be at 500 before you know it. What's the good news? Give me the good news. Give me the news. Hey, 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 hey. Na, 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 na. You know it, Rita. It's funny. I never really had to deal with the trolls and stuff like back in when I was live, and I did like 40 something lives, but dang man, you jumped up big time there. It's such a grind trying to start at zero and move. Like I was gonna give myself a year basically to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I did it in 6 months, and maybe some of those people are fake people, but nah, that's life, man. You gotta root through the fake people to find who's real. Oh, let's see. I mean, it's not even a big ring light. It's only like, that big around. It's not one of those big ones. It's just a little ring light. You can probably buy that for, I don't know, $8.99, $12, whatever at the somewhere. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna get me one of those big ones too, man. They're good. Uh, yeah, it's only like 4 or 5 inches in diameter. That thing. I'll tell you what, Hunter, you've grown a lot, man. I've watched you since pretty much the beginning. Oh man, they just make Streamlabs mobile like it's too complicated, man. I just spent a lot of time learning to Streamlabs. Not some people are like, oh, it's easy, you just get on there, you'll figure it out. I'm like, yeah, right. You're talking to like a hairstylist, an artist, uh, a writer. I don't do technical stuff, but and there wasn't nobody really helping me either, man. I get a lot of time on my hands, and I'll start to digging. Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. You ain't kidding about some of them are priceless. I have met like some cool ass people. Like Bingus is definitely one of them. Dana's the man. I've been knowing him for a bit. Adam Trippy, dude. I mean, y'all to see what they do, man. It's amazing. Like, some of you guys got like you're growing Nerf footballs, man. Freaking unreal. Yeah, I tell you what, guys, I'm gonna have to get on off of here. It's getting to the point. My son, he's gonna be up in a number of hours, but oh my God, I'm so glad all you guys came in tonight. Appreciate your time, of all the things going on right now, and you chose to come here. And uh, sorry about all the crinkling and with the audio and some of the other stuff I wanted to do tonight kind of got thrown out the window. But yeah, You getting ready to make some music, Sean? Oh, cool. Just finished trimming two plants. Heck yeah. Man, when I was on the Dutch farm, I loved doing that. I love, like, at the end of the day, when your hands are just, like, covered, man. It's like getting into your bloodstream. It's like a trip almost. Yeah, man, Hunter, just, I don't know, man. I looked at a bunch of Streamlab videos and things, like Hunter, Nick Nimmin, he's got some, and it's a good place to start. Oh my God. Hey, Chris, man, I was just about to get off. I'm fixing to have to roll out. Did I miss you a little while ago? You creeped on up in here. Chris Conkle over at Construction Cronies. Well, he's got the Starship Enterprise over there, man. His stream set up. Hey, expat prepper, how are you? Welcome to the House of Thrillers. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. If y'all want to hear me read the prologue of Laissez, Bon Temps Rouler, you can go back to the beginning of the stream. A few minutes in, I'll read a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, I want you guys to have a safe night and get some rest and try to keep your head, straight and stay positive with everything going on. It's going to be, some tough times ahead, and just be safe out there. Wash your hands, mainly from hand to mouth and to nose to eyes is where they're saying that things. So other than that, we'll definitely see you tomorrow, if not the next day. And y'all have a very fine evening. Maybe I'll see some of you guys here in a minute. I'm gonna take a break. Look for one of y'all live. Maybe Rita will go back live. I love global warming. Heck yeah. Oh gosh, that's some funny. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. All right. Hey, minority reporter. We rolling out, man. Appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Have a good one.